Hello and welcome to Four Downs. I'm Wilson Moore alongside Amie Just finished talking to Matt Rhule at his weekly Monday press conference. Went through a lot, about 25 minutes, and obviously the big news, at least one of them being Isaiah Garcia-Castaneda out for the season with a torn ACL. Tough break for a guy who was coming into the season as a starter after a kind of weird 2022, but he tore his ACL, took a shot to the knee, and he's out for the rest of the year.
Yeah, it's really disappointing, especially because he's a veteran guy in this room who has proven that he can do it at this level before. You look back at, early last season against Northwestern and the game after that, right? And so what worries me is they didn't have much depth here. And this is just another huge blow. So we will see what they will do against Colorado. Hopefully get Billy Kemp more involved. He had a couple targets last week, but didn't have any catches. Hopefully get Thomas Fidone, tight end, more involved. And then, a good thing for them is Marcus Washington is fully back from his suspension. He played in the second half last week, should be able to play in the entire game this week. But yeah, they need to figure it out there, and having IGC out for the season doesn't help them whatsoever.
Yeah, not an easy team to figure out against, a Colorado team that I think a lot of people didn't really know what to expect from. Almost completely rebuilt from a year ago, lots of transfers, and comes in and just kind of blows the doors off TCU, at least offensively. Shedeur Sanders passes for 510 yards. Travis Hunter looks like one of the best players in college football, and it'll create for a really difficult task for Nebraska. First game of the Deion Sanders era they're in Boulder, and not an easy spot for a Nebraska team that's still finding itself and still trying to figure itself out, coming off a loss in the first game of the season.
Yeah, so I thought Matt Rhule's comments on Colorado were really interesting, saying that he wasn't surprised at all by what they were able to do. But I was even more intrigued by his comments about Deion Sanders. Why would you be surprised? He is a football guy. He loves football more than anybody. He's always been serious. He's always practiced hard. Like, there's a reason why he was on everybody's, bedroom wall when they were a kid, right? Because he's done it this way, his way, forever. And, Matt took time out of his press conference to talk about how, he's done it at every level. This shouldn't be surprising. Like, he did it this way. Why wouldn't his players do it this way too? And so I thought that was really interesting. He thought that Colorado will be ranked this week. AP poll comes out tomorrow. I'm a voter in it, and I will be ranking Colorado. Going to be interesting to see where my other voting brethren put Colorado, but like Matt said, they did enough last week, and it'll be really interesting to see if they can carry the momentum into next week.
Yeah, and I think a thing Matt said that was interesting was kind of the differences. He avoided, talking about the style that Deion Sanders has taken and the big sweeping changes he's made, but Deion went in and almost the entire roster has turned over, but Matt is a self-described, as he said today, incrementalist, and he's looking for gradual progress, and he saw some of that against Minnesota as an example. Third down, he pointed to that Minnesota's, I think, 4 for 6, 5 for 7, something there on third down in the first half. That gradually got better. So real kind of contrast in styles of Deion coming in, remaking everything, totally new program, versus Matt Rhule, who has really gone out of his way trying to say, okay, we just want to improve by this much. We hear it every single day, 1% better each day. So it makes for an interesting contrast and difference in styles.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think there's a right way to do it. I think there's a lot of different styles when it comes to building up a program, and I think there's no better example than 2 of those programs going head-to-head this week.
Yeah, that was Four Downs, Lincoln Journal Star. For Amie Just, I'm Wilson Moore.